What's going on? What's going on, Facebook? Hey man, welcome to another episode of Two Men with an Opinion. It's Friday. It's after 8 o'clock. I know we late, but we here. So y'all go ahead and come in on the live. Y'all go ahead and get comfortable at your highs, get comfortable in your bed. For y'all that's got us on the 65-inch, y'all here to get comfortable in front of the 65 inch.
You say we on the 65?
I think we on King. I think we on a couple 65 inches, man.
So
I mean, we extra big.
Yes, I just put.
I already know where you going with.
We on the 65. what we waiting at on the 65? Because my old lady was looking at me on the 65. Look, we got a 70. I look like I'm about 930.
I already know that.
You look like you a whole G.
Wow.
Everybody, y'all late. Okay.
I know everybody gonna be hitting us with the we late, man. That's why we say, come on in, get comfortable. Let's just give me y'all time to get home, do what y'all gotta do, make your food for your kids, and get all relaxed or whatever. It's Friday, y'all ain't got nothing to do. Ain't no virtual battles going on, so y'all ain't got to be watching nothing else. Go on, come in and get some of this meat and potatoes from this Two Man with an Opinion tonight, man. So come on in on the live, and we gonna start it off like we always do before we even get into the show. You know, we always like to turn it over to my boy, man. He got a hell of a grind in his gears.
You know, man, this kind of lines up with the show. You know, I got a 2-year-old.
Yes, I do.
I don't like him.
Dash.
Yeah, I don't like it.
You don't like
and you know
what you created?
You know, and it's not even my fault. It's not my fault. I only wanted to have 2 kids.
You know you're not making sense right now.
I'm just saying. It's Angela's fault, goddammit. It's my wife's fault.
Wow.
Listen, okay. I'm potty training.
We trying to show she probably looking.
She is.
Okay.
It's your fault, wife.
Yeah.
We potty training. Everything's going good, you know. He's getting it. Peeing, I got a pee-pee. Peeing, I got a boo-boo. Boo-booing. Everything is good. Everything is good.
Okay.
Big boy, man. I said, you all right? He said, yeah, I'm all right. I said, hey, well, come on over here. Let me, because he got the pull-ups.
Yeah.
I pull the pull-up down, and he pee right there. So my whole life flashed. I had pee in my mouth.
We're south there right now.
I ain't never. It didn't feel right. It didn't feel right.
What was he doing when he was sliding?
I'm like this. Actually, you know, with kids, you gotta sing a song. Everything is, the big thing is Baby Shark.
Yeah.
So we brush our teeth, do 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 do.
Yeah.
We peeing, do 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 do. He peeing, do 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 do. This look.
Oh my Lord Jesus.
Yeah. He done pissed in my mouth.
So my thing is, what's the grind and the gears part about this? Because he just being the kid.
Right. You know what? It's my fault, and it's Angela's fault. Okay. Man, I'm too old for this shit. Listen. If you in your late 30s, 40s, and you finna have a baby, take it from the uncle that didn't touch on you. Don't do it.
This dude here, man.
Don't do it.
Wow.
Don't do it.
Everybody ain't gonna have that kind of experience.
They will.
That ain't for everybody.
Listen, kids know. Babies know. He know my foot is hurt, so I can't really get him like I want to.
So he disrespecting you
and
burnt off.
He peed, and then all I saw was little black booty running. Man, it was not a good scene.
Hey, well, you lucky, boy. Yeah. Angela should have been recording that, because that'd have been a memory that would have lasted a long time.
He pissed. My shirt was wet. Everything was wet. Yeah. Oh, and let me read these comments. What's up with it, Tim Cole? OG said, man, y'all said it 8 o'clock. It's CP time. Yeah. As we was talking about, don't talk about my baby Negro. Yeah. Big Odell, what's up with it?
Odell?
Yeah, Odell said you got to keep your head on the swivel. You right.
Yeah.
You right. Mark said, y'all must have been listening to R. Kelly on the way to daycare. Shut up, nigga. Oh, man. He don't be though. He don't be.
That's not a good look right there.
It wasn't, bro.
Look,
and I couldn't get him.
You really can't be mad at him because he did that. I don't know too many kids that haven't done that at some point in time. At some point in time. That's kind of what go with it, man. That kind of was his way of solidifying, hey man, I'm junior. That's just what it is. You can't be mad at me being a boy.
What you mean? I can't be mad? I can be mad at who the hell I want to be.
Like you probably mad at that. What they did was they really let you know what he was drinking all day and all that morning.
Yeah, it's a straight Gatorade.
You just can't be mad at him though.
Yep, baby shark. Yeah. So I was mad at my family.
Wow.
And I know
so
that
coincided.
Yeah, right with the show.
Okay, well, we're gonna usher that into the show tonight. We're gonna be talking about nobody wins when the family feuds.
Wow.
Hey man, let me just let y'all know right now. Do not be in your feelings on the show tonight. Cause some stuff gonna be said that probably a lot of y'all probably been needing to hear. And some that y'all probably been needing to tell your people. So at the end of the day, we always trying to have open dialogue for people to feel free. Say what you say how you feel about it. Everybody have their own opinion on the show. That's why it's called Two Men with an Opinion. So I'm gonna just start it off. King, what is your definition of family? Before we even get into the meat and potatoes of nobody winning when the family feuds, everybody's definition of family ain't the same.
My wife said y'all already talked about this. I don't think we have.
But let's see.
Yeah.
Let's see what's your definition of family before we even get into the rest of the stuff about the show. What's your definition of family? Not just blood related family.
Right.
That don't necessarily make you family. That doesn't make you kin.
Yeah.
They don't make you
like
family.
That.
They don't because we got the same last name. So
everybody's
definition is different.
Yeah. Well, my definition of family is somebody that's you can turn to when for whatever, whenever, however. But the problem is like you just said. Some families not like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. My definition of family is basically the same thing, man. I don't think I shouldn't have to question if a certain thing is going on that you're gonna have my back, that you're gonna be solid. You know what I'm saying? If I have to question, if there's any doubt in my mind that's what that when I have something going on, if you really gonna have my back, or you gonna answer the phone, or you gonna be there,
right,
or you gonna have my back behind my back kind of stuff, I don't feel like that. If I have to question any of those things, I wouldn't consider that family. Even though we fighting, family fight, but I still shouldn't have to question if you really gonna have my back. That's what I would deem to be family. But to get into the show, King, what are some of the effects that you think have you seen or heard or you experienced when family get into it? What's some of the effects when family get into it? Who all gets hurt when that's done?
Well, everybody get hurt. I remember telling you about this in my family. My family consists of the Carters, which is on my mom's side, the DeRose, which is on my dad's side. We got Watsons, we got Walkers, we got Hamiltons. It's a lot of us.
Yeah.
And I think I have told you about this. On my mom's side, my grandparents, her mom and dad, they passed away 7 days apart from each other.
Right, I remember you telling me.
Yeah, and it was early. I think I was 11. I think I was like 11. So, because the matriarch and patriarch of my family passed away, that the kids, they didn't come together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you know, kids, they siblings. One's don't like this one for that. One's jealous of this one for that, and you know, it's an issue always.
Yeah.
And because it's like that, I mean, I don't know a lot of my cousins. And the crazy thing is, I grew up with a lot of them, and I don't really deal with them.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been affected. My kids have been affected. Their kids have been affected. It's a lot. It's a lot.
You know, personally, man, seeing stuff like that and hearing stuff like that, I think a lot of times, man, you'll have kids going to school with a cousin, don't even know.
Yeah.
Because their aunt is probably getting into it, or the uncles and got into it way before the kids was probably even born, or when they was born, they was pups.
Yep.
Don't even realize it. And here I am sitting right next to my cousin, probably started, in some situations, probably knock down my kinfolk.
Wow.
And don't even know it, because now you start getting into who's your uncle, who your dad on whatever side. Man, we cousins.
Yep.
And don't even realize it, because the family is getting into it, and you'd have been kept from the other side of the family for years.
Yeah.
And don't even know why. Like I look at it like, who really winning when we fight?
Nobody.
And then once the fight is over with, what was the end result of the fight? Some situations, what was we even fighting for?
Right.
Because if you look at, why I ain't talked to my brother in so many years?
Yeah.
Why I ain't talked to my auntie in so many years? When you really get into the meat and potatoes of that argument, that was probably some of the pettiest things you could have stopped talking to somebody about.
Always.
And the domino effect is all these other generations is hurt.
Yeah.
Because y'all got into a petty argument, man. And I think COVID 2020, before any other year, should have taught us to leave the pettiness, especially when it comes to stuff like that, alone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because you're not guaranteed to wake up and be able to say, hey, hello, how was your day, to a family member, because you never know when somebody's not going to be here again.
Right.
But you got some people, in spite of that, still petty.
Yeah.
Still this, still that. And you seeing the effects it's having on other people's life. And like I say, man, everybody took something different from 2020, the COVID things and stuff like that. But you still have some people that are so petty, that are so about self, to where they hearing it and seeing the need to not do it, but they still doing it. And the kids are still being hurt. You done seen movies that is scripted about it. You done seen screenplays. You done seen skits. You done seen everything that could have been shown to you to why not to do this. And people still getting their feelings. And man, screw that. I don't understand why. Like I don't understand why you can't see the need to not do that.
Yeah.
Like for y'all that's watching.
Hey, let me get to these comments.
Okay.
Man. Yeah, Timmy Cole. He said, if you have ever seen the movie Soul Food, that's his definition of family.
Perfect example.
Yeah. What's up with it, Mr. Hoax? Yeah, little bro. Yeah, and Tim back at it. He said, at the same time, good friends like my boy Hawk. That's family. Yeah, Big Hawkins at the job from East Texas.
Yeah.
Tyler what? Yeah, man.
Have any of y'all that's watching, let me say this here. Do y'all understand the need to not do what we talking about fighting as family? Then if you do, have you ever had a situation with any of your family members?
Of course.
To where that was done? How did you resolve it? Was you the one to say something? Was they the one that finally said something? Like if you know you didn't do nothing wrong to the person that's in it with you, do you approach them or do you let them approach you?
You know,
when you know you ain't did nothing.
It's bad because I told you I don't even deal with a lot of my family, and when it is an issue, it's sad, but I don't even worry about it. So 9 times out of 10, somebody will have to approach me. Yeah, I'm very, my leave alone game is so tight.
It's stiff.
So stiff.
Wow.
Hey, if I don't want to deal with you, I don't. And I'm not mad about it. I'm not. Because my plate is full. I got 6 kids. I got a wife. Work. You know what I'm saying? Kids play football. I have a full life.
Yeah.
And not talking to a distant relative who don't even know me, because a lot of my people, they don't even know me.
Yeah.
It's not going to make a huge deal in my life. It's not going to make a big difference. And and that's wrong. I feel like that's wrong to even think like that. But it's been in my life. I'm 42. I'm 43. So it's like that's just what it is. I've been feeling this way almost my whole life. Like, oh well, it is what it is.
So what if the family member that did you wrong come to you? How would you embrace them coming to you? Would you be like, man, don't even worry about it. It's been this many years, or would you be like, you know what? That's cool. That's what's up. Now my kids finally get to meet their other cousins. Your kids get to meet. Like, how would you embrace them finally saying, you know what? All this time, because brother, they ain't been having an issue with you based on what somebody else said that was a lie.
Exactly.
And they finally be like, you know what? That ain't even true. I just put 2 and 2 together, and here I am having an issue with a family member, or having an issue with a friend that I call family over something somebody else said that wasn't even true. But all of a sudden, they get that ding, like, you know what? I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I had to look and do my own research from the information that was given to me. You really a solid guy. You really a solid female. How would you receive them when they come to you like that now? And the whole time you knew it wasn't you.
All right.
And you let them just beat them. All right, well, it is what it is. I ain't losing nothing because I know I'm solid.
Right.
But you losing out on having a relationship with a solid person. But now they finally get it, regardless of how long it take. How would you receive them finally coming back to you saying, it was on me the whole time?
We don't even talk about it. It ain't even that big of a deal. Because I'm so out of sight, out of mind, I would forget about who did what, who said what, and I don't even care. So the next time I see him, it's like ain't nothing ever happened with me. I don't know how they doing it, but with me, it's like nothing ever happened. I got way too much going on to worry about. Like I told you, man, I'm not finna worry about what somebody feel about me, how you think about me. And I have that in my backpack, walking around with it, letting that fester. I'm not gonna do that. I just don't care. I'm not gonna let that. Like I said, man, men, especially black men, we die early from stress.
Yeah.
That's stressful.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do that. I got way too much to live for. I can't let what somebody think about me, feel about me. I'm not gonna carry that around in my backpack. I'm not. I'm gonna let it go. I'm gonna give it to God. I'm gonna give it to somebody, and I ain't gonna have it.
Hey y'all, he used God.
Hey, I'm just
starting to use God a lot.
I'm just saying.
I hope y'all catching this. You starting to use God a lot.
I'm gonna give it away. I'm gonna give it away.
So tell me this: we both have kids. What if one of your siblings having an issue with each other? Granted, you raise them in the same house,
one
same
of my
teachers.
kids.
One of your kids,
you know what?
When they get older, you wind up noticing that they beefing, and you like, y'all got the right teaching,
right? But
you older, you done kind of got your own identity. The other sibling older, he or she done got their own identity, and now they wind up beefing, and they like we talking about. Nobody winning when the family feud, and they feuding. How would you, being a daddy, how would you diffuse that situation with 2 of your kids having an issue with each other?
You know what, man? That just happened. My oldest boy, he's in Corpus Christi. He's 23, and his little brother, he's 19. He's in school too, and they was beefing about something. It was something stupid. And back in the day when they were younger, the oldest would smack the little one around.
Yeah.
It ain't the same no more.
Smacking because the young one is the bigger one.
19's a beast. The oldest boy, he's frail. He's a little guy. And they had a disagreement, and we actually was on vacation, man. And they was, I don't want to talk to him. I'm like, man, y'all acting like girls. What's going on? On the ride back, it was like a 4-hour car ride, man. We hashed it out.
A simple conversation.
Easy conversation.
But why can't it be like that? Well, you know what? A lot of it is because you narrated.
Exactly.
You narrated.
Exactly. Because, like I said, on my mom's side, the grandmother is gone. My grandmother's gone. It takes an adult to step in, even when you have adults beefing. That matriarch, patriarch, somebody that everybody respects, gotta step up and say, "Hey, y'all acting dumb. What are you doing?" On my dad's side, my grandmother is still living, and they have family reunions, and it's not a lot of. I mean, don't get it twisted. They have little beefs, but it's nothing like
it's minor. It's not major.
Very minor.
Right.
I've even heard, my grandma and my dad. They'll say something. So, all right, Michael Lynn, and whenever she say their first and their middle name, it's like that. Okay. All right, Russell Wayne. And that's just I've heard that.
That's just respect.
And that's grandma. That's grandma, and she be on it.
But
nobody want no smoke.
But what happened to that though, man? Like a lot of these issues that people are beefing about, or whatever the case may be. What happened? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, my thing is, what happened to? I don't think, and this is just my observation of just seeing how a lot of families operate, looking at how different families operate. Different races of family operate.
Yeah.
Man, family for everybody is not the same no more.
Right.
Everybody's like the level of importance of being family. Kids really making sure that you have your brothers, sisters back growing up, the bond that they need to have. Everybody don't put emphasis on family.
Right.
So you have some kids or some people, they can have their mama in the same city and probably ain't seen their mama in months. I'm like, man, how your mama stay 20 minutes from you?
Yeah.
You going to go see everybody else, but you can't go even go see your mama. Like, it's crazy how I don't think family has that stick like it once did, and people can kind of just go on about life like willy-nilly. Like, come on, man, you got a whole brother that stay around the corner. Yeah. Y'all had a little beef or a little issue. You'll go and visit somebody on the same street as someone of a friend,
right by
pass your brother's house to go to prove a point or whatever. It's like, it's that kind of stuff that goes on, man. And it's like, man, family don't have the same stick as it once did. And it's like, if not no other time now, you should see more families actually being and showing what a representation of family should be.
Right.
And now that's not important for a lot of people right now.
Yeah.
So when people fight and feud, it's like, oh man, it is what it is anyway.
Yeah.
But you'll go and befriend a friend that don't have your last name. But truth be told, you got some people that don't have your last name that'll treat you better than somebody with your last name.
Man, all through high school, I met my best friend. We was tight. And I mean, man, and it was a misunderstanding. And I didn't talk to him at least a good 10, 15 years. And you know what's crazy is we had a mutual friend pass away, and we saw each other at the funeral, and it was like we never stopped talking.
Them 10, 15 years.
Yeah. Hey, and we cool. We good now.
Yeah.
And that was me and him didn't come from the same people. You know what I'm saying? But hey, that was my brother. That's my brother.
Yeah.
And we good now. We good. And it's like, man, to me, that's family. Just like I say, like if one of my family members actually have an issue with me, it's not gonna matter. It doesn't matter to me.
You don't lose no sleep.
Zero. I swear to God.
If your family have an issue, you don't lose no sleep.
Zero.
Is that good or bad?
I think it's good to me. But it's selfish though. It's good to me, but it's potentially hurting my kids.
Okay.
Because they missing out on. Because I don't know everything. You know what I'm saying? I was raised up this way. I got family members that was raised up this way. They may know something that I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
And with all the kids I got, I need a village.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what I was gonna go with.
Yeah, I need a village.
When you miss out on that auntie, that cousin, that nephew, that uncle, you miss out on all them other people that can give other teachings that they've been on this earth years longer than you for a reason. Yeah. So them teachings that you don't know, that family that they missing because y'all beefing, they miss out on that feed. And when I say nobody wins. Even the people that's fighting not winning.
Nope.
You know what I'm saying? We talking about the kids and everybody that's affected. But are you really winning when you have an issue with family? Like, how are you winning? Like, at the end of the day, once somebody finally say, I'm done. And the crazy thing about it, man, sometimes in some situations, it took death.
Yeah.
Or it took a life-altering situation
for
a person to be like, you know what? I'm tripping.
Yeah.
I've been tripping this whole time.
Yeah.
And it's like, what if at that situation, Lord forbid, they on their deathbed and the Lord decide to take them home?
Yeah.
Now, that's going to be on your conscience the whole time. That the reason that you wasn't talking to your cousin, your sister, your whatever, was over something petty, and you didn't even spend the time because the situation at that time, you was just making sure they was okay. You never really had the chance to say, I'm sorry.
Right.
And I feel like a simple, I'm sorry, I can see why you feel that way, will resolve a lot of misunderstandings, man.
Communication. OG, he said it all boils down to a deficiency in communication. That's what it's all about. You know, we get so stubborn, we get so stuck in our ways, or like me, I don't care. It's not that I'm stubborn, it don't bother me.
So when you went, like, okay, he said communication. What if you got one that's trying to communicate and the other one like, man, screw that. I'm where I am with it. It is what it is. Because you had that sometimes.
Oh, yeah, all the time.
Sometimes when you beefing, you'll have one that comes to the reality, you know what? It ain't worth it. But the other one still standing firm because the other one was probably the one the stuff was done to.
Right. Exactly.
You probably like, man, you know what, I'm tired because I'm the one that initiated the issue. So let me go ahead and apologize. But that person like, man, you know what, nah, bro, you didn't already did what you did to me. Yeah. I'm not trying to hit no apology right now.
You know what I mean?
What do you do?
I may be the one that's always in the wrong. Maybe that's why I don't. Maybe that's why I don't give a damn.
Man, look.
You know what? Let me ask you something. And I know you. So
you always tell me that when you
get because I want you to be honest and quit bullshitting. I know you.
Now y'all gonna make me speak the truth.
Yeah. So has anything ever happened in your family where people got into it and didn't speak to this person and all of that?
Of course. Yeah, that's always. I don't think no family has never had that to happen. Everybody deal with it different, but of course my family didn't have little spats with each other, man. But you know, I think at the end of the day, that's what makes family family. You forgive, you forget, you move on, and you know, and that's just what you do. But it's easier said than done.
Right.
Like that ain't always how it goes. Sometimes it takes time to heal from whatever was done. So yeah, I can say that now, but did it go directly like that? Nah, man, because it took time.
Right.
It took time for both parties to understand the need to do it. Like you say, the matriarch and patriarch of the family was still living with some of them situations. There have been some situations that didn't happen. They haven't been living.
Right.
And it's like now that healing process takes a little longer than it would with him or her there, the matriarch and patriarch of the family. So it takes that healing process a little longer. I think that's when you really kind of know the impact of grandma and papa.
Yes. When
stuff like that happens, that's when you really, really know the impact of them being in the family. Like, it's just a certain level of respect that don't even have to be discussed. It's just on the fact of them being who they is. Yeah. You better, because the next oldest son or daughter in the family or the rest of the family gonna get on you because you're not respecting mama and papa.
Exactly.
That's just what it was.
Yeah.
So, friends that you consider family.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, they got people that they call bro or sis because they probably been mistreated from family.
Right.
A lot of people got people that they call sis and bro. And sometimes, man, you have some people without your last name that treat you better than people with your last name.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, sometimes they fight. How would you handle a situation like that compared to somebody with your last name?
That's easy.
That's the friend. You know, your hate like, man, you ain't my real bro anyway. You ain't my real sis anyway. So it don't really matter anyway. No. How would you handle that compared to somebody with your last name?
You know what's crazy is if this is somebody I'm going to see constantly, I'm gonna squash it. I'm going to talk about nature. I don't have an issue with that. I really don't. But my family, I don't live close to them, so I don't see them all the time.
Yeah. So it's out of sight,
out of sight, out of mind. But
Right.
if it's somebody I gotta deal with on a daily basis that I see, yeah, we gonna talk about it. We gonna, cause I'm not finna walk around with thinking somebody finna get me type crap. I don't do that. I ain't got time for that.
Boy, if you walk around here ducking and dodging,
yeah, it's a problem.
Yeah, that's not you ain't got no. First of all, you too big.
I am.
To be doing that.
I am.
And that's just not a good look, bro. To be out here ducking and dodging.
We just go square up. I can only go for 45 seconds. After 45 seconds, I gotta.
You got a strong 45.
I gotta pump my inhaler and then gotta have a conversation. So yeah, I ain't got much. Hey man, let me get to this comment, man. Miss Nikisha Plattenberg. So I just had that problem with my boys. I told them both how I felt, then I stepped back and let it work itself out so they wouldn't feel like I'm taking sides. I feel that.
That's a good way.
Yeah.
That's a good way.
I would have did the same thing.
That's a good way. That's a good way.
I would have did the same thing. But my boys, I just felt like they're really stubborn. Super stubborn. And I wasn't because since we're all so close and we're all in the same car, you can tell. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the two oldest boys, they're an example.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want the little ones to see that, oh, this is what this
is how you deal
exactly.
with it.
So I squashed it right then and there.
Huh.
Hey, little bro, Mr. Hoax, he said, you got to be careful who you share your flaws with. Friends come and go. Wow. Okay.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
Be careful who you share your flowers with.
Yeah.
See, I'm more for y'all that's watching. How would you handle if one of your friends, y'all always know, I always put that little twist and spin on it. What if one of your friends was to come to you about a situation that you know you didn't handle right? This situation we discussing. You know you beefing with your family member, and they come to you about their family member. What advice would you give the friend that's coming to you about, man, my cousin or my brother or whatever, man, they tripping, I ain't got nothing to say to them no more. Now, you know, with the situation and mindset you in right now, it's hurting you not to deal with your family.
Yeah.
Would you advise them, hey, man, don't do that because I don't want you to be in the space I'm in. I don't want your kids. Y'all got kids. I don't want them to miss out on what mine missing out. Or would you be on some, man, you need to be just like I am, man, screw them.
Yeah.
Like, how would y'all advise a friend that would come to you that's dealing with the same thing that you are, that's getting ready to deal with the same thing that you dealing with? Would you keep it a buck with them and tell them, no, don't go that route, because the end result is y'all gonna probably miss out on a lot of stuff that you have no business missing out on? Or would you be so stubborn in your ways to okay, misery loves company. So come over here and be miserable with me.
Yeah.
With my, like I am with my family, you be the same with your family. Now me and you sitting up here discussing our families to each other, comparing what, oh man, my cousin did me the same way.
Yep.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would y'all advise one of your friends that's coming to you about what we discussing tonight? Would you keep it a buck with them and tell them no? Or would you really, really, really be on some, now let me be a friend to you right now?
Yeah. You know, I feel like if you want your friend to be in the same miserable place you are, you're not a friend. You're not a friend.
That's a good one.
And
that's a good one.
I'm the first, whenever anybody asks me anything, to be as transparent as I can, I pull from my own experiences and I tell them, hey, this happened to me and my wife, or this happened to me and my whatever. And the way I am, I don't think people should be like this. I think people should be with their family. Because just like you said, man, this 2020, 2021, man, this COVID is not playing, it's taking people up out of here. What's the point of beefing with your cousin, your sister, your brother, and then they check up out of here? I would never tell nobody to mess up a relationship if it can be fixed.
Okay. What's a fixable relationship in this situation? Explain a fixable relationship.
I'm gonna tell you one that's not fixable. Because I have no brothers, no blood brothers.
Right.
If my brother knocked my wife down, I ain't no fixing that.
Ah, man,
Ain't
boy,
no
you better not
fixing
try
that.
to come fix that.
That's what I'm
fix your
saying.
face.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Ain't no fixing
yeah.
that.
Right.
You know, hey, and then I'm a man without an eye, without a planet, because I'm not messing with the wife. I'm leaving everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So that's not fixable. But if it ain't something that hard, it's pretty much fixable.
So you telling the people, for y'all that's watching, y'all just heard my boy say, I'm not advising y'all to handle this like I would handle it.
No.
But in doing it, that would be your thought process, and that would be the advice you would tell the person. Like you say, you always pull from your experience. So you would tell them, me, don't do what I'm going to do in this situation.
Right.
You don't need to do, because okay, if that was me, and the same question I asked you, I would tell them, you know what, man, what's more important? Proving a point?
Right.
Trying to say, you know what, I lasted you with this? Or is it about the kids and the family?
Right.
What you was brought up and raised on?
Yeah.
Because we both was raised up on family.
Right.
So you can't say we was raised in two different houses, so your belief system is not like mine. We both was raised up in the same house, same mom and daddy, and what they instilled in us, we both know. But then because you was raised up in the same house don't mean you took the same principles to your family.
Yeah.
Some people don't take them same principles to their own family when they create their own family.
Right.
So my thing is it principle led when you trying to take care of this situation, or is it more about your pride?
It's pride and ego. It's pride. That's the problem with all of it. It's pride and ego. I think that's one of man's biggest issues. It's pride. You know, my oldest boy, like I say, he's 23. He out there, and he's very prideful. And I call him, you know, every now and then. Hey, you good, brother? You need this? And I can tell when he needs something, because right before I hang up, he say, I say, what's up? What you need?
Yeah. And
he's like, man, can you shoot me $100 or, you know? And I don't be tripping. Yeah. I don't be tripping because I know how he is. Yeah. Very prideful. Don't want to ask nobody for nothing. And and I like that. I respect that. To me, that's what a man is. A man gonna try to do it for himself. So, that same thought process in this situation, like you just said, being too prideful. Yeah. A lot of people, not just men, women too. Oh yeah. I know women way worse than us. But if women are having an issue with each other and they spatting for whatever the reason may be, I done seen some females get real low with each other on how they deal with feuding with each other. Oh yeah. Like at the end of the day, is it something you wouldn't do? Meaning, when you got an issue with somebody, is it something you wouldn't do to prove your point that I'm right and you wrong when we arguing and fighting? You know, it all depends on if it's me now or me when I was a kid and I was younger. Oh, when I was younger, I'd have went there with you. So by you having kids now, you have something. But you got some people got kids and they even worse. They worse with kids. Like, man, you know what? I'm not. You ain't finna hold me. You ain't finna punk me or whatever the case may be. You got some of them like that that's gonna stand firm on what you're not gonna do. Yeah. I get it to a certain extent, stand 10 toes down, but at some point and sometimes somebody has to be the mature and say, you know what, it's not even worth it. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, I look at it like I done had some situations with family and friends, man, and it's like the spatting that we spatting about, when you sit back and you look, is it worth it? It's never. Was it worth it? Yeah. Now, at the end of the day, you do have to stand firm on what you stand firm on. Let people know what you just can't let people do and handle you any kind of way. Right. But by the time after you, like, what is the end result of getting your point across? How long do you stand firm on what you're not gonna do before you say, you know what, enough is enough? Yeah. So I may be like, enough is enough. The other person, like, nah, I'm not done. I'm still going. Yeah. I'm still like. So what's the end result on it? Because some people can go forever. And once you then woke up that in somebody, hey man, it's not a good look. Hey man, it's not a good look, man. Hey, everybody on my mom's side of the family, they hold grudges. I mean, they hold grudges. Hey, my mom got mad at me for something and was mad, and I think I might have been in my 20s. Mama probably watching. Yeah, them Carters, they hold grudges. Wow. Yeah, bro, wow. They hold grudges. And I mean, and it's funny to me. I don't hold grudges. I don't, because I try to look at other people's, see how they get down, and if it's wrong, I don't do it. I try to learn from other people's mistakes. I don't hold grudges. What did
you say to the people that's in families and you got people that's messy that they keep stirring up the beef?
I don't say nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Not you per se, but like say you know somebody that's being in the middle of the beef and they keep adding fuel to the fire. Like they comfortable knowing that y'all not getting along.
Some people
they hate that y'all get along, but y'all probably trying to fix it. Yeah. Like you have some people that keep on when they still said this too. They said they never came up, but now you know what I'm saying. Like you got some people, man, that they get a rise out of seeing people not together. They get a rise out of it. Yeah. Like it's like they wake up to stir up problems and situations, and they like beef. Yeah, like that's the crazy thing about it, man. You got some people in this world, they get more of a rise seeing other people at each other's throat than seeing people squash their situations, whether it's family or friends, and move forward. You got some people, then you swear up and down when you ask them about it. They like, no, I never said that. That never was my thought process. That never came out of my mouth. Mm-hmm. Like you have some people that literally wake up to do that. Like, what are you getting out of that? Like, you really getting a rise out of seeing people have an issue with each other? Yeah. And everybody's definition of family ain't the same.
No, it's not.
Everybody was raised different. Right. Everybody's principles and morals and values in life and how family is raised was different. That's okay. But when I meet you and you encounter me, I'm going to introduce you to mine, you introduce me to yours, and we're going to have a mutual respect for each other's upbringing. Right. But we may bump heads with it.
Most definitely.
But when we bump heads with it, we should be able to bump heads. Okay, I understand where you're coming from. You understand where I'm coming from. Let's move forward. Yeah. But you got some people, man, that they just so firm on my way. Yeah. They ain't trying to have no understanding on your way. Right. What do you do at that moment when you know your principles and values outweigh theirs in the situation y'all having an issue with? How do you handle it at that point?
Man, hey, I speak on it, and if they still got an issue with it,
and so you're gonna be done with it?
I'm done. Yeah. Huh. I mean, I'm not done with them. I'm done with the situation. You can't, even we family. I'm not gonna just throw you away and not, even to this day, my family called me on there. I don't have to like you to be there for you. I don't like your fat ass all the time, but hey, you my brother, so I'm there for you.
Okay, you know what? I'm glad you said it.
Yeah, I just told you I didn't like you.
As many times, and for y'all that's watching, we get into it. We got into it when I was on the way here. Yeah, we get into it all the time. But in how we're getting into it, it's times, man, we get into it, and in the same conversation of getting into it, we cracking and laughing about it. But you know what? We had to get to that point. Right. You got some people they just don't understand it. They never got that. Right. So when you appreciate something, when you appreciate the value a person brings to the friendship or the family, when you appreciate the value they bring, it's like, you know what? I can't afford to let who I am get in the way of losing that. Right. Like sometimes I got to get out of my own way.
All day long.
Even though this ain't what I'm used to and accustomed to, me staying in my own way will stop me from getting a true friend or a family member that I need to have in my life. Yeah. Maybe not at the moment, but later on, I'm going to regret because I let my pride, like you just said, I let my pride get in the way. Instead of me shutting my mouth and accepting the wrong in what I did in the situation, my pride won't allow me to say, you know what, I'm wrong.
Yeah, you want to try to...
You want to try to prove a point that, no, it's you wrong and it ain't me, but you know that it's you. Yeah. And you got some people, man, they so accustomed to being... they so accustomed to people okaying their behavior, so when you finally say something to them, they don't even know how to receive it.
Yeah, they don't.
They're like, man, hold on, man, I'm living. You know, I'm really. I have your best interest at heart with this situation. Yeah. But when you're not accustomed to people talking to you like that, you don't even know how to receive corrective criticism. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? People get offended about it, and it's like it's not even being said to offend. I'm trying to inform. You might want to do this a different way so we can move forward, because the other people that's being affected in this. Yeah. Now you got them trying to pick and choose on whose side to be on. Yeah. And that's when you start really, it trickles down to where now it's not even worth it. it's not even worth it.
You done pull a whole hood in it.
Yeah. Then you got kids.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? You got kids like, okay, do I go to this uncle side, this auntie side, this friend side, that friend side? And the kids they didn't even know them. It better be time they always used to seeing Uncle here coming to family functions together. Right. They may start saying, man, what Uncle such is?
Exactly.
And what do you say?
Yeah.
Man, I don't know, man. Your Uncle tripping.
You tripping.
Now you starting a whole lot.
Yeah.
Now at the whole family reunion, everybody gonna be like, man, Uncle said he wasn't coming and he ain't gonna come. And he finally show up years later or functions later. They said that you. Now it probably start all over again. Like, also, that's what you telling these people? I didn't really want to come? Come on, man. You can't do that. Just man up. Woman up.
What's going on, Ms. Webster? Yeah, but you know what, man? You know, when you was talking about you want to be right or you want to be, you want to keep it going. I remember a long time ago, before we got married, that's what a counselor had told us. It was like, you want to be right or you want to be happy? So, it played right into that because just like this, hey man, do you beefing with your family? You want to be right or do you want to be happy? And by you being happy, that means your kids gonna be happy. Your kids, like we said, is gonna get the teaching from another add to the village. Yeah. In addition to that's always good. If you can get a good addition to the village, man, that's more valuable to me than me being right about anything. Because I'm not going to be here forever. Right. If when I go, my family look out for my kids, man, I would die a happy man. I would die a happy man.
Wow, man, I almost squeezed one out on the right side.
You big soft ass. Yeah.
How many people would even cross their mind that this issue I'm having with my family member can cause my kids to, well, when the Lord have me to take my last breath,
can miss out.
They literally can miss out on what my family will be willing to give them because of me. Right. When you have kids, you come second. Your kids become first. Yeah. So when you feuding with who you feuding with, why that's not the thought process though? Right. You know what I'm saying?
Because it's pride. We want to be right. And it's pride, selfishness. That's selfish.
That's tough, man. Yeah. Man, well, I'm still about to squeeze one out.
Don't do it.
Because that, man, like, when you said that, my mind instantly started thinking, like you said, man, it takes a village. And here it is, Lord forbid, but we just speaking, we just putting a situation into the topic. Yeah. If the Lord was to take you away, your whole family that would be more than willing to feed your kids everything they need, they literally would say no and don't even acknowledge your kids just because of misunderstanding. It ain't even something that was right. A simple misunderstanding that took a conversation. Yeah. They will hold on to that and your kids will suffer for your misunderstanding and your lack of maturity on handling the situation. Man, people don't even think that deep to even look at it like that. Of course not. And if you look at it like that, if don't nothing else make you see it different, that right there should make you be like, you know what? It's bigger than me. Because it is bigger than you.
Like I told you, like I've been saying this whole time, I don't give a damn. But that's exactly, that has been my whole mindset. I don't care. I got kids now. I gotta care. Yeah. I have to care. I have to care. I have to. Yeah. Because, hey, I'm overweight. I don't know. I may have high blood pressure. I just had toe surgery. I'm short. I'm fat. I don't know what's going to happen. Real talk. Hey, I can get up, bust my head wide open, egg yolk everywhere. Who going to help my wife with the kids? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I have a lot of family that I don't even deal with. Would they come together and help my family? Yeah. I don't know.
That's the tough part right there, man. When we was trying to come up with a title for the show, man, it's like, what is it that we can talk about to make people think different from how they've been wired and programmed to think? Yeah. And it's like having this kind of conversation, because it's, man, trust me, it's people that's beefing with families right now as we speak. They having issues with family members. Now, are they gonna speak on it? Probably not, but it's people that's having issue with family members, and if you sit down and think about it, they can't even really tell you why. Exactly. They don't even know why, but they beefing.
Hey, when you was talking, I'm like, why I don't talk to I don't even know. Hey, it's like, that's what I was taught. That's what I saw. That's what I saw. So it's like, I just, what I am. And it is, my wife is so family. She know great uncles, great cousins. I don't know none of them. I don't know none of them.
But what if you...
Check this out. This is how bad it is. I'm finna just give y'all everything.
Let me take a sip.
Hey, listen. You know, my wife just had a death in the family.
Okay.
And this was last week. And she's, you know, since the COVID, we couldn't go to Mississippi, you know, to deal with it.
Right.
She was looking at, you know, doing the FaceTime at the funeral. And I'm driving, and it was a game day. So when we're in the car, I give my kids the game day speech. Okay, son, you got to box out. Okay, make sure you know.
You in coach mode.
Exactly. When you hit your free, when you do free throws, spread your feet, you know. And I couldn't even do that because this is what my wife was doing. And in my head, I'm like, why don't she turn that off? Why don't she turn that down? That's her great aunt on this side. And then immediately it hit me like, you dummy. Why do you think like that?
Yeah.
And it's because I don't know my people like that. I don't know I don't know my grandfather's sister. I don't know that. And then it went from anger because why is she doing this? She stopped me from talking to, you know, giving the game day speech, to sorry. And then it went to like, I was jealous. Like, man, why she get to know her people and I don't? Yeah. That and it kind of pissed me off. And I'm like, man, it sucks.
This was like, man, King, this is a good show for you. Because, man, look, you know, man, hey, man, you always, and we say this all the time, man, you always try to come up with the idea show topic, but you never know how the man upstairs gonna twist it and turn it.
Yeah.
And it's people that need to hear this, man. Like, you never know. And I know you always tell me, but we kind of semi-had this conversation about some of the stuff you said.
Yeah.
And I know you big on getting it out of your backpack. You unloading your backpack right now.
Yeah.
And it's neat. And I look at it like, you know what, man, at the end of the day, you never know what a person may need and what you can say, how I can help somebody else.
Yeah.
And it's probably somebody else that's dealing with it. They probably dealing with it the same way, or they got a similar situation, but they never had nobody to say it like that, to be that transparent to where, you know what, like what you just explained with your wife and you seeing it, you couldn't help but to be like, why I don't have it?
Yeah. I
want to have it. Like, initially, you was pissed.
Yeah.
But then you seen the value in what she was doing, and then that anger, like, damn, I'm supposed to have it. Now we got jealousy. 2 villages helping these kids instead of just one. Right. That's like, at the end of the day, if it's about the kids, that should be what it's about instead of about me. Right. Take me out of it and look at how, and at that moment, it was good that you was able to realize it. Because some people would have still been so firm on, no, I'm the man, shut it down, do what I say. But something in you say, you know what? It's not about me. It's about these people in the back that I was just having this pregame speech with. Yeah. And my wife, that's where the wife be the helpmate. Exactly. She didn't even have to say nothing to be the helpmate at the time. Just with what she was doing, she was playing her role. And then she didn't even know it because she was just being her. Yeah. But you was obedient enough to the situation that was bigger than you at the time and realized, I'm missing it. Yeah. That's more valuable. You know what I'm saying? And I think with that overseeded the whole trip, you getting a different perspective on something that before the trip happened, you would have never seen it like that. No. So that's, man, that's I almost squeezed out one on my left eye. Hey, I'm squeezing them out today, boy.
It's almost over. Let me get to these comments, man. Miss Denise Roberson, she said, ownership. Can't keep accepting unacceptable behavior and be happy is cutting the negative out. Then she said, also teaches kids a lesson on loyalty and accountability. Absolutely right. Yeah. Yeah, hey man, since we started late because your fathers.
Say, man.
Yeah.
Hey, we did start late, you know, and again, like I told y'all, man, we got into it like we always do. we get into it all the time.
Yeah.
But you know, man, I really, really, really appreciate y'all for sticking with us, even though we started late. Like we told y'all last time, man, make sure y'all share it. Speak your piece on what we discussing. I kind of knew a lot of people probably wasn't going to speak too highly of what we discussing because it's a sensitive subject.
Yeah, and you airing out your,
Yeah, so you kind of got to be like, man, my family may see you saying something like this here, and you may bring up something like, man, I ain't know you been feeling like that about me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Your friend may be like, oh, so that's how you been feeling?
Yeah.
That explains why you been kind of standoffish or whatever.
Yeah.
Hey, man, we not trying to get y'all to box nobody.
No,
we not trying to cause all that. At the
Yeah.
end of the day, the whole main thing is you never know what you say, who it can help.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like your situation can be an ideal situation somebody else dealing with, and they don't have nobody to go to. They don't have nothing to pull from to help them with the situation to where it's like, you know what? He and him or her say what they said, that's ideally what I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
Now I can take some of what they said and try to go and apply
it. Exactly.
to my situation because people really don't want to not be and deal with family, bro.
Right.
Like family, like that's what the cornerstone of what you most, not all, but that's the cornerstone on how most of it was brought up on family.
Family, yeah.
And when you don't have that, it's times, man, where that friend ain't gonna answer the phone.
Yeah.
Wow. That whoever ain't gonna answer the phone. But when it's somebody with your last name, when they don't answer the phone, that's a different kind of hurt.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you sometimes, man, you so prideful to where you don't even want to be disappointed again. Why even call?
Right.
Because I know we beefing, we got an issue, but that cousin that you beefing with was probably the cousin that you can relate to more. But because y'all beefing, your pride won't even let you call that cousin.
Yep.
Won't even let you call that brother. Won't let you call that sister. But you know with how you feeling right now, if nobody else understood, that brother or sister that you beefing with did. Understood better than nobody else. And it's like when you sit back and you think about stuff like that, is what I'm beefing behind, if what we beefing behind, is it worth that? And we don't seem to think about that, man.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And life is too short to be sitting up here beefing with somebody, and when you sit back and think about why, you can't even come up with why we beefing.
Yeah.
That's to me, man, that bothers me, man. I'm already thinning.
Yeah.
I'm already thinning right here, and I'm thinning right there.
The edges is not looking good.
Like my edges is really thin.
The edges are not popping no more. Yeah.
And you know, man, screw you. But man, I care so much, man, because I'm tired of seeing so many broken families.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot of broken families, man, out here. And at any time, 2020, ushering into 2021, with currently what's going on in the world right now, we all need somebody to lean on, bro.
Right.
And if you don't have nobody to lean on, like I say, that friend may be leaning on their family.
Yeah.
They may be good with their family.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't have your family, you don't have nobody to lean on. And it's like, man, I'm up here trying to deal with all this by myself. Like, I need to be able to call on somebody to tell me, man, this is going to be all right. And if you don't have it, it's like, man, you up here trying to answer your own questions. Yeah. And some of these answers you giving yourself, that ain't right.
Right.
And you don't have nobody to go talk to, man, with. And it's sad to say, man, you got some friends that treat you better than family. That's sad, bro.
Yeah. Hey, let me get to this comment, because
you smiling. Yeah. You grinning tough at that one.
I'm gonna have to dress it up, because
you gotta dress it up.
Yeah, because Miss Robinson's going in. She said, "Me, I got a family friend." She said, "Me, I got a family friend," and she said, "F him, F him attitude."
Oh, you dressing it up now?
Yeah. She said, "And crap, can't keep being the help and take it for granted." Yeah, and getting used. Yeah, then she said, "Trust in God and talk to God." Yeah, so first she cussing and saying F him, and then she let's pass the collection plate.
But okay, but no, what if you got that family member that's not God leading.
Yeah.
Then screw what you talking about with this God. Man, come see me.
Yeah.
Because what you said and did, you got to see me right now. Man, I'm not trying to hear that God stuff right now. You got some family members that ain't trying to hear that God stuff. They big on, you know what you saying and what you did and what you doing, that overrides this God stuff you're trying to tell me right now. So what you need to do right now is miss me with it. Now go ahead and come see me. Give me that same energy you had. And let's go ahead and handle this the way that all of a sudden now you don't want to handle it because you see the level I done took it to.
Yeah.
Now, don't back up now. Don't back crawl now. Yeah. But I understand what she's saying. Yeah. But, I always try to be like, okay, now let's be more realistic to how that situation can be handled. Yeah. Everybody ain't trying to go, let's go bow down and pray.
Right.
Everybody ain't trying. You had moments to pray.
Yeah.
Don't pray now when you see I'm on 10. You finna catch these hands right now. You should have been in that prayer mode before it got to this point. Yeah. But I feel what she's saying though. I feel it.
Go ahead and close it out. That was the one I don't like.
Oh.
He was like knocking at the door.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, pissed on me.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey man. Share this like we always tell y'all do, man. Y'all, man, last video, man, y'all shared this boy about 15, 20 times right after the show, man. So we appreciate y'all for sharing it. Somebody that said something?
Yeah, but she fixed it. She said, no, I'm saying you ain't got to put family and friends in business. You're right. You're right about that, too. Mm. Yeah, okay. Huh. Yeah.
Well, we appreciate y'all for coming in on the show. Tag some of your family members that need to hear this.
Wow.
Tag some of your friends. Hey,
don't tag my family. Hey, man. We talking bad about me.
Hey. I look at it like this here, man. Like I say, man, somebody need this meat and potatoes.
Yeah, all day.
Somebody need it. I don't know who. I don't know nobody's family situation. Yeah. But somebody probably needs to hear somebody. Like my man, real live gay. He was real transparent with y'all today. Yeah. And somebody needs to hear that type of transparency to be like, you know what? I need to hear it. Yeah. So tag somebody that you know that need to hear what we discussing and share it. You never know who may be on your page that may need to hear this kind of conversation. You never know who it may help. So like I say, if any other time, we need to understand the need for family, man. So y'all make sure y'all share it. We appreciate all the shares y'all were giving us prior to before this video. Appreciate y'all for supporting the shirts, supporting the movement. You see my boy got his hoodie on. You don't see his nipples too much. The shirt kind of big. Really? So but hey, man, we appreciate y'all for supporting the movement. Like I say, man, share on y'all page. Too, man, with an opinion, man. We gonna holler at y'all.